Alright, what's going on guys? It's GSR here. So I wanted to explain to you guys why I don't necessarily like tier lists in Mortal Kombat 11. So, I've never been a huge fan of tier lists because I think they're completely biased. Not only that, they're wildly different from one another, and then on top of that, you have a lot of fake motherfuckers in the Mortal Kombat community that actually take it upon themselves to main that character because a high-level player said that that character was S tier. So like if Sonic Fox was to say that Rambo is S tier, right? Because I remember he made a video talking about it when he was actually, he was labbing with the character. Um, I remember those people in his comment section down below saying like, "Oh shit, I'm probably gonna main Rambo now, this at this," because they found out that Rambo might be quote unquote S tier, and it's just like, you're fake as hell. You're going to the next strongest character, and turn to find out Rambo isn't even that good in this game. But the funny part is that you're not maining the character all of a sudden. Why aren't you maining the character? Another thing that I think is funny is that if Rambo was to get a buff, fake ass niggas from the Mortal Kombat community would take it upon themselves to main Rambo all of a sudden, and you would see a flood of Rambo players. This goes for any lower tier character in the game. Another thing that I think is also funny is that if you decided to main a character like Rambo, okay, that's not that good, and then you realize that he's not that good because high-level players state that that character's not that good, you would drop the character and go to the next strongest character. You would be like, okay, so who do they have as S plus tier or S tier or A tier? I want to see I want to see that list. Fuck the lower tier characters. I want to see that list. Now, of course, if you are playing for money, you will use strong characters like, so that way you have a higher chance of winning because they have better odds of winning that matchup to a certain degree. But going against the right player that's making correct reads on you and stuff like that, you know, you could get fucked up possibly. Now, I'm not saying every character in this game is completely viable because I don't like it when people say that, oh, every character is viable. Maybe in their own way when it comes to certain matchups, but when you're playing for money and shit like that, you're not going to be using characters like Shao Kahn in a tournament or something like that. There's no fucking way somebody's going to win a tournament with fucking Shao Kahn going against some of the best players in the world, such as like Sonic Fox, Ninja Killer, Rewind, and the list keeps going. But the thing is that I just think that the Mortal Kombat community is very flip-floppy because if Shao Kahn was to get a certain type of buff, watch how many fake motherfuckers decide to main this character and say that they're a Shao Kahn main. It's like, where was that energy at before? You don't come across Shao Kahns like that. It's like finding a rare-ass Yu-Gi-Oh card in your deck or some shit like that. That's like, you get where I'm going with that? It's like finding a needle in a haystack when it comes to finding characters like this that people are deciding to main. And that's the shit that I'm talking about, is that people are fake as hell. As soon as they see a tier list, everybody wants to gravitate towards that higher ranking tier list where there's S plus tier, S tier, A tier characters, and then they want to gravitate towards that and be like, oh, okay, cool, I'm gonna main these characters because a high level player said that these characters can beat out a good portion of characters and shit like that. And it's just like, yo, you're fake as shit. You're just using a strong character because you want to increase your odds of winning a match instead of having actual skill and shit like that. And it's just so many different things to talk about with this. And I just wish high level players would stop doing that. I wish high level players would take it upon themselves to just make secret tier lists to where, they don't expose any of this information. And the reason why I say that is because it's very toxic in the community, because it's like, you could be maining like fucking this character and you realize this character is more superior than this fucking character, and then instead of you maining the character you was originally maining, you decide to pick up this bitch all of a sudden because you found out she's unbelievably strong, or she's an S tier or S plus tier type of character. You get where I'm going with this? Like, I don't want to go all day about this, but like, this is actually really ridiculous. How people operate. I remember when like Sonya Blade was dumb as hell, and I think she's unbelievably underrated in this game. Same thing goes for like Aaron Black. I remember when these characters were dumb as shit. Even Scorpion, with all these crazy ass MKX mix-ups to where they're not even playing the fucking meta, and they still aren't. Okay, and motherfuckers was flooding the online with constant Sonya Blade. Like, you could not get online without seeing Aaron Black, and if it wasn't Aaron Black, it was Gears. If it wasn't Gears, it was definitely Sonya Blade. If it wasn't them, it was fucking teleporting ass Scorpion. Like, it was ridiculous. And one more thing that I want to talk about real quick is how, there was a tournament not too long ago that Sonic Fox won, which I've been told about, so I watched a small clip of it. But Sonic Fox was actually using this variation. And I kind of figured that this was going to be some kind of variation that a high-level player would possibly use, because I did come up with a variation like this, and I just kept it like this so I can train against it just in case I go against somebody that's using this, right? And the funny part is that I go against a Jade player like last week, and this motherfucker is using the same exact variation that Sonic Fox is using, because he's using that variation. So in their mind, they're thinking, okay, if he's using these moves, there's clearly something there that I'm missing. I'm pretty sure a good portion of the Jade players was not using this variation. I guarantee it. I guarantee it until they saw Sonic Fox use this goddamn variation. Same thing with Tekken Master, right? I seen a fucking Cabal player that I was going against using this fucking variation. And the dude wasn't even good when it came to using this variation. He wasn't even good at all. Like, you see what I'm saying? People copy and paste, and then they try to apply it to their own shit. It's like, why don't you come up with your own variation? Why don't you use the character you was originally going to make? Why the fuck are you sitting there picking? I think I'm done talking about it, because I think it's really interesting how people operate in this game. I find it completely hilarious how people operate in this game. Like, I see the patterns, and it's like, I try to be quiet about it, but I just can't help it. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.